Welcome, everybody, to the UNLV Recreation and Fitness Center here in UNLV in downtown Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Justin Young. Joining me shortly will be Marcus Bray. And tonight we have the UNLV Intramural Championship Open League between BTA and Kaleb the Best. Now, going into this matchup, if we look at the bracket here, in the semifinals to get here, Kaleb the Best upset Julie Regulates, who was the only undefeated team throughout this co-rec intramural volleyball season, 2-0. So that was quite a surprise. And then the other semifinal match, which was BTA versus 6-7 White T, BTA actually won off a forfeit after 6-7 White T didn't have a single girl show up to play in the game. But now as we move on to this championship, we have the rosters now for both teams. And for BTA, we have Gianni Serrano, who is the captain, with Nika Capulong, Amelia Dang, Darrell DeZone, Bryant Lee, Lawrence John Makabali, Isaiah Moore, Chuwonso Obikofa, Soraya Padilla, Madison Sorensen. And now for Kaleb the Best, captained by Dash Watanabe, Thomas Ayu, Kyler Chung, Leah Reese Fernandez, Wyatt Hamura, Kara Higuchi, Lana Ding, Raven Pascal, Caleb Sarmiento, Strider Samara, Tate Takamaya, Anali Velasco, Collar Vendiola, Maya Walalele Goivea, and last but not least, Kyla Yamamoto. Now, we will get the starting lineups out here shortly. We are still a couple minutes from opening serve. Now, Marcus, now that you're in the booth, what do you think is the key for both of these teams here in the championship where emotions are elevated?
Kaleb the Best, as we saw, has a much bigger roster, and I think having those fresh legs and fresh arms on the court are going to be so vital, as this is the championship game. All or nothing here. You're going to put it all out onto the floor, and having a little bit more energy to get places a little bit quicker, agile, and being able to move faster is going to be so important in this game. And I think Kaleb the Best might have the advantage there.
Yes, and as we see, I believe that's BTA only has 5 players on the court right now compared to Kaleb the Best in pink, who has a lot more players currently as we speak.
Definitely say that's more than 5, but hopefully for BTA's sake, a couple of them are going to be stepping up.
We shall see as we approach opening serve here. Once again, this is the championship for the Co-Rec Intramural Volleyball League. Now, Marcus, let's say you were playing in this game. What would you do personally to make sure that you stay in it, you don't let emotions get the best of you, and you're 100% locked in?
At the end of the day, this is intramural sports, and you're with a bunch of your friends. So I'm just trying to have fun and have a good time. And if I can stay in that realm and not take it too serious and not get my emotions too much into it, then you can stay even keel and possibly come out with the win if your whole group is just moving as one unit.
Nicely said. Now, once again, we have if you watched the quarterfinals, not the semifinals yesterday, but the quarterfinals last Wednesday, you would know that the referee was one of the players on one of the other teams.
One of the Twin Towers, one of the big boys on that side.
He was one of the big boys. But now here we are, opening serve in the championship. And it appears that BTA does in fact have another player, but it's not a girl, so I don't think he can step on the court.
And we know that's been a big struggle as a team having to forfeit due to the lack of girls.
Opening serve is underway, and off we go. And early on, ooh, that one's a little too far. Point goes to trying to figure out which team is the home team, which one is the away team. The scoreboard here has not been updated, but that is in fact Kaleb the Best who scores the first point. Ooh, a little small ball action right there, as now the score goes to 2-0, which I think the scoreboard here in the in the Recreation Center is a little bit off. They have 2 points given to Kaleb the Best. Yeah, I think 2 points given to Kaleb Best. Ooh, that one.
That was a beautiful serve right there.
That was,
I will say it was a little close to the line, though.
That one had some great topspin, just sort of dived out of nowhere. And right now the scoreboard operator is having a little bit of trouble. Says it's 3-1 when it's really 2-1. Not our scoreboard operator. That is the wonderful Will Lewin. He's got everything on lockdown. But the one in here in the Recreation Center. Now back, here we go. Ooh, hit slightly over. Ooh, poked across. Now that is one of the tall, big boys. As we said, he is out there right now currently.
Absolutely, and that's what's so strong about the height. The tallest player on the court, and him be able to just tap it over real quick, catch him off guard, is exactly what they need if they want to gain the momentum early in this match.
So takes a small breath. Seems that there's confusion between the refs and the scorekeepers, as I said earlier. And now we're all good. Score has been set. It is 3-1. And, oh, that one was actually saved. I thought the play was over. Incredible diving play. And the rally continues. Now, the set. Here comes the spike. Ooh! What a kill! What did you see on that play, Marcus Bray?
Just great movement, being able to save it and then throw it down. Just great all-around communication, not being too caught off guard by where the ball was going, being able to stay even-keeled and find the ball and get it up and onto the ground of the other team.
And here we are now. The serve. That is received by Isaiah Moore. Looks like there was some net interference there from, that is number 9, Strider Somera. Okay, so Kaleb the Best is actually in orange and BTA is in pink. That may have been confusing a little earlier, but I believe those are the two correct teams. And now that is number 4 Dash Watanabe, who kind of biffed the serve right there. So yes, Kaleb the Best in orange, BTA in pink. As the serve from Soraya Padilla, that one gets over. And that is Maya Walele Guevea unable to receive that one. 4-4 scores knotted up early on. Padilla takes a few bounces, and the lefty sends it over. Received by Somera. Over to Somera. Ooh! The block attempt from Somera unsuccessful, and that was number 3, Madison Sorensen on the spike. How about the girl getting up there?
And as we saw not too long ago, and how about that serve? Catching them off guard, getting a quick and easy point. But we saw last week, she got smacked right in the face, came back, and was such a crucial part in them punching their ticket into this game. And I got to say, Kaleb the Best is riding some crazy momentum through the playoffs.
Correct. Raven Pascal on the kill. That is received brilliantly by Isaiah Moore. Ooh, good dive by Somera. Over to Pascal. He just sets it over. The set now. Here we go. Ooh, hit over once again by Pascal. He's everywhere around the net. Somera tries to get it. Then it's Watanabe. Unfortunately, unable to corral that rally. Point goes to BTA. Good net presence by Raven Pascal. But at the end of the day, BTA had a little too much pressure for them to bear.
And I will say, I will chalk that up to the lack of people only having 5. They weren't able to cover as much ground. And if they had that 6, I truly believe they would have been able to get to that ball.
As we mentioned, Kaleb the Best only playing with 5 players in this championship game. They only had 2 of their girls show up today.
And as we know, they have the bigger roster, and they got 4 reserves sitting on the bench waiting to bring in the fresh legs. And when you only have the 2 girls, it's going to be tougher for them to lengthen out through these sets we have.
Yeah, wear and tear runs over quick when you're the only 2 girls and the rest of the team's counting on you. But now the score is 6-7.
How about that?
How about that? Kaleb the Best up on BTA. No, excuse me. Other way around. BTA up on Kaleb the Best. Samara receives. That's over to Watanabe. Ooh, with the kill. Dash Watanabe. The captain getting himself a point now to knot things up at 7.
And what a strike straight down into the gap, slamming it right before the line. A great hit, tying it up 7-7 apiece.
Serve from Pascal. Ooh, bad reception. Like a unreliable telephone. That was from number 5, Soraya Padilla. Or, excuse me, number 9, Nika Capulong. There we go. Padilla receives that one appropriately. Now it's over. Ooh, the kill from Isaiah Moore.
And how about BTA just slamming it down time and time again. Now, Kaleb the Best using a little bit more of a tapping it over in a blocking way to get points, while BTA is trying to live up to their name.
Yes, they are being a lot more aggressive. Excuse me, let me correct myself after Dash Watanabe sent that one straight to the ground. I was going to say that Kaleb the Best was being more conservative, just focusing on getting it over the net, but after that spike, they've shown they've come ready to play.
The captain playing no games, trying to lead his team by example, and how about a way to do it right there?
Goivea, ooh, sends that one to outer space. A little too much power from the Kaleb the Best player. Score is 9-9 here early in this first set.
And this is what you love to see about championship volleyball. Two teams so equal in skill level, just staying right next to each other throughout the match.
Whew, and that was Isaiah Moore, who sent an absolute heater for the serve, but a little too much on it. A little too much dip on his chip, if you will, and you can't be throwing away possessions and serves like that in this championship game.
Absolutely.
Watanabe now on the serve. He jumps, he gets it over, received by Moore. Now it's over. Ooh, Darrell DeZone, but saved by Watanabe. What a save. Oh my goodness, what a rally from Kaleb the Best just to get that over. DeZone once again to Watanabe, Pascal, and once again that lack of a sixth player burns Kaleb the Best. But oh my goodness, what an effort from Kaleb the Best to just save that one after the 2 spikes from Darrell DeZone.
Absolutely. The captain is truly leading by example here. And I got to say, even on the other side, BTA, a little bit of miscommunication could have very well burned them there, but they were able to recover 2 players running into each other. Never something you want to see.
The serve from Lawrence John Makabali. Received by Pascal. And that's Goivea who just gets it across. But now, ooh, Isaiah Moore, but received once again by Goivea. She's able to send that one over. Now, they're ready. DeZone sends it with the kill. Darrell DeZone.
And how about the speed on that right there? Just absolutely flying down. I don't think there was a single thing anyone could have done. Dive. There's nothing you can do to stop that from hitting the ground there.
And having only 5 players, it means the opposing team can kind of pick and choose where they spike it a lot easier. Don't have to worry about anyone diving. But now, that is the serve from Makabali, received by Watanabe. And Pascal, ooh! Ooh, blocked by Madison Sorensen, but out of bounds. Point goes to Kaleb the Best. Substitution now. That is Chokuwonoso Obifoka in the game now, wearing the purple penny opposed to the other pink ones for BTA. DeZone just sends that one over. Oh, Watanabe unable to corral that one. That's going to be a point for BTA.
And I got to say, that's just a miscommunication by Kaleb the Best. Everyone just started flowing so close to the net after the serve, and it just left them vulnerable to a back hit like we just saw.
Absolutely. That's Soraya Padilla who gets it over. Pascal, ooh, he sends it straight into the net. And they got to be careful not to slip here. I know it's only a 2-point lead for BTA, but it can snowball very quickly in this game called volleyball.
Absolutely.
Padilla, the lefty, she gets it over. Goivea tries a little surprise attack there. It doesn't work. Ooh, she gets more power on it, and she gets the point for it as well. How about Maya Wailele Goivea sending that one home?
Just a great job just finding the spot and getting that tip as well for the point, and getting their team an opportunity to tie it back up and keep it competitive.
Now, Kara Higuchi on the serve, underhands it straight over, received by DeZone. And it's going to be DeZone on the spike. Ooh, places it. Does not go for velocity, goes for placement, and it works out for a point for BTA.
And I will say, despite this only being a 2-point lead, it really does feel like BTA has had control of this game for so much more than Kaleb the Best.
It may be the more players, but we'll see as we go on. That serve from DAZN hits the net, but received by Pascal. Back to Pascal. Ooh! Blocked by Isaiah Moore. Goivea tried her best to contend, but Isaiah Moore gets things done. 3-point lead for BTA. Serve again for DAZN. Oh! That one came right towards us, had some spin on it.
How about the curve on that right there? I don't think anyone expected that. I don't even think he expected it as it came off of the field of play, and it's a point for the other team. But I got to say, whether that's a point or not, that is impressive.
The amount of spin on that ball was ridiculous. But now here we go. That is Raven Pascal getting over. Watanabe tried it. Now that's Strider Somera. Sorensen. Oh, Isaiah Moore with the kill. He rised up and cocked his hand back for that one, then sent it straight to the court.
A little tomahawk chop on the ball right there. How about that? Just slamming it down. Nothing they can do. And I got to say, BTA is doing a good job at just rotating two players steadily. Just constant subs that we haven't seen from Kaleb the Best.
And as you see that substitution, that was once again Makabali coming in the game for Obifoka. As that net battle is won by Isaiah Moore, but Somera is able to send it over. Now it's going to be Makabali, and that's going to be a point as the tip from Dash Watanabe landed out of bounds. 17-13 is the score. BTA up on Kaleb the Best. Once again, this is the championship game here for the UNLV Co-Rec Intramural Volleyball League. Sorensen sends that one over. Now it's going to be Somera. Set up. Isaiah Moore, once again with the spike, places it perfectly in the back line.
And I got to say, that's a great hit. Didn't even get up super high, just hitting it, getting it over there, and dropping fast to stick in the zone. And no one was there quick enough to react to it. Point BTA.
Goivea, that's Watanabe, and that's trouble for BTA. So Kaleb the Best puts an end to the run. However, the lead still is 4 points. But volleyball is a game of runs, and we shall see how long this one lasts. Another substitution now. That is number 9, Nika Capulong in the game for Madison Sorensen. The serve from Goivea. Sends it over. Isaiah Moore. Makabali is able to send it over. Received by Pascal. Now it's Watanabe. Ooh, unable to touch that one. Little miscommunication there from Goivea, and Watanabe leads to a point for BTA.
And it's tough. They just ended the run, not being able to capitalize it and make a run of them their own. And BTA only 2 points away from taking the first set. Not what you want to see if you're Kaleb the Best.
Now, if you were a betting man, I believe the line for this first set was BTA -3.5. It appears they're on pace to crush that as we stand right now, as they're up by 6 points.
Absolutely. And personally, I did not expect this at all. Kaleb the Best came in with momentum unlike anyone we've seen in this tournament. And for them to falter like this early, not something I expected at all.
Now, that could be attributed to, once again, they are one man down, or one woman down, I should say. But Dash Watanabe there had a great spike to get things back, momentum back in their swing. They find themselves down by 5, and now it's the captain himself, Dash Watanabe, on the serve. Ooh, and he sends that one right into the middle of the net. And that is the end of the first set. BTA takes that one 21-15. Marcus, what did you see in that first set that led to BTA's kind of dominant win?
I think it's going to be the story all day. Those 5 players versus the 6 is just opening the court so much more for BTA to attack. And I got to say, even with the momentum that Kaleb Best came in, beating, in my opinion, the top dog in this tournament, Julie Regulates, in a 2-0 sweep, not being able to carry it over into this, I feel like you would have had more fight in you versus a team like BTA, who really just walked in here, hasn't played in as long as, and is a little colder. It's a little hard for them to not be where they want to be right now.
They're going to need to regroup quickly now because this is the championship game. You do not have time to panic. Don't freak out, figure it out, as a wise man once said. I forget his name, but I remember.
Ryan?
Just kidding. The great Ryan Thorpe of
go.
UNLV. But as we have a minute now until the second set begins, what is an adjustment you would make to kind of lengthen out your defense? Because obviously the open spots on the floor, there's not much you can do about that. How can you mask that as best as possible if you're Kaleb the best?
Now, as we saw earlier on, it was very competitive, very close, tied a lot. And I think that was because they were fresher. They could move around more and cover the ground that they were missing down the person. I want to see the fresh legs they have on the bench. They have 4 reserves that they have not started yet. Didn't even sub out like we've seen with BTA. I want them to come in, have those fresh legs, and see what they can do covering the ground that we see.
Substitutions would be an interesting way to go here. But as it stands right now, it looks like they have the same 5 out on the court. That 5 being Dash Watanabe, Kara Higuchi. Excuse me, let me say the numbers next to them. Number 4, Dash Watanabe. Number 5, Kara Higuchi. Number 7, Raven Pascal. Number 9, Strider Samara. And last but certainly not least, number 3, Maya Waialiele Guevea. 5 seconds left, and it looks like the starting 6 for BTA. That's going to be number 11, Lawrence John Makabali. Number 7, Isaiah Moore. Number 9, Nika Capulong. Number 1, Amelia Dang. And last, but once again not least, number 12, Darrell DeZone. And also Soraya Padilla, forgot to mention her as well. And here we are, Isaiah Moore getting ready for the serve. He's up, he sends it over. The second set has begun. That's received by Pasquale. Over to Watanabe. Oh, diving stop by Isaiah Moore. Putting it all out on the line in this championship game. Ooh, that was really close. They're going to say that one hit in bounds, though. And what a hit from Strider Samara to open things up here for Kaleb the best.
Just right on the line. A lot of the fans here fighting for their team, but the refs make the right call here. It was in, and it's a first point for Kaleb the best.
Now it's Samara on the serve as well. That one's received by Dang. Over, it's DeZone. Ooh, places it nicely, but Samara read him like a book. Pascal sets it over. Isaiah Moore now. Now it's Makabale. Received nicely. Watanabe. Over Pascal. He sends it over to Moore. Now the spike. Oh my goodness. Darrell DeZone rises up and slams home.
And how about that statement? You may have got the first point, but don't forget we got the first set, reminding them that they are here to control the game.
Madison Sorensen checks in now for Nika Capulong, and also that is number 8, Chukwuonoso Obifoka in the game for Lawrence John Makabale. Ooh! And how about Obifoka using his foot to save that one? Sorensen, blocked by Pascal, but is able to save it. Oh my goodness, Dash Watanabe meets Darrell DeZone at the summit and says no.
It was great job by BTA to constantly save it, but Kaleb the best was a brick wall at the net, shutting everything down, and there was no chance they could get it over.
What a momentum swing early in the second set. Sorensen now. Ooh, I thought Pascal was going to block that one again, but she sends it over. Now the setup, it's DeZone, and no one can stop that one. Darrell DeZone rises up. Oh my goodness, the heat that is coming off these spikes is immaculate.
And BTA knows exactly where they want to get the ball, get it to 12 so we can slam it down. And you saw them earlier. They got it right where they wanted it, set it up, and they get the point.
The lefty Padilla sends that serve over. Samara, it's Watanabe. Ooh, the perfect spike. A lot of curve on that one. Looked like a right-to-left curve on the spike from Dash Watanabe.
What a curve, and how about the speed to get it down fast. I couldn't even react fast enough if I was out there.
Well, good thing you're here in the commentator's booth and now on the court. But now Isaiah Moore. That's Amelia Deng, and yeah, I believe ref made the right call. Too close to the net for Raven Pascal. The score is now knotted up at 3. And now it's going to be Darrell DeZone on the serve. Takes a few dribbles, and he sends it over right to Raven Pascal. Now it's Strider Samara who saves that one. Over now. And yes, Raven Pascal reached right outside the net to try to send that one over, but to no avail. 4-3 is the score. BTA up on Kaleb the best.
And quite unfortunate for Kaleb the best, being able to get the ball into a good hit, but just being too close to the net both times, it's unfortunate for them.
And a few new arrivals here for Kaleb Best. That is number 17, Lana Ong, in the game now. And another player's come, number 20. She's sitting on the bench as we speak. Or excuse me, now she has checked into the game. You did not catch your name, so she shall be number 20 for the rest of this broadcast. That was a great serve from Darrell DeZone. Excuse me, he actually sent that one out of the back, so not a great serve, a little too hard.
And this could be exactly what Kaleb Best needs. Finally got those 5th and 6th players, these fresh legs for the girls to sub out, and now they have a full 6. This could be exactly what they need here.
Yes, we've heard of ringers before, but this takes it to a whole new level coming in as the second set is going on. Oh, now that's Ong. Hits it right off Obifoka's arm. And hey, don't call it a comeback, because now with these new players, looks like Kaleb Best ready for a run.
And I will say, I wouldn't completely put on them. There was a lot of debate whether it started at 7 or 7:30. Now they clearly believe it started at 7:30 when we did have a start time at 7. And Kaleb Best might have paid for it in the first set, but now they're here to take the second and walk into the third.
And now that's Obifoka once again unable to corral a hit. He has not looked sharp in these last couple of points. He's practicing. He's bending down. He's ready for whatever comes at him next.
Trying to stay loose, get low, get under it, see what he can do next.
Now it's number 20 on the serve. And she sends it over. Once again, kind of targeting Obifoka, but he's able to get that one. And Isaiah Moore is able to send the one right over and stop the run that Kaleb Best was having. Now it's Madison Sorensen on the serve. Notice she's not wearing her glasses like she was last week.
Maybe a little context, or maybe she's just raw dogging and just going blind, but to be determined, we will see.
Yes, maybe the fact that she got hit in her glasses last week, maybe that's the reason she's not wearing it.
Just maybe. I think that might be a smart idea, actually.
It's all hypotheticals, but what's not hypothetical is the score. It is 7-5, Kaleb Best up right now on BTA. That is Pascal with the serve. That is received by Capulong. Over to Obifoka. Sends it over, saved by Watanabe, however. Now it's Ong. Ooh, what a diving play by Soraya Padilla. And she hits it over as well. She's doing everything right now for BTA. But now, Somera, ooh, with a nice spike, lands perfectly on the court.
And even with 2 people getting up to try and block it, we're unable to quite block it down, and it was a struggle for them, and they're going to pay for it, as it's another point for Kaleb Best. And I got to say, with even more people filling in for Kaleb Best, more girls, more relief, we could see a crazy change in momentum.
Kyla Yamamoto has just appeared. She's not in the game yet, but she is here. She's wearing number 22 for Kaleb Best, so yet another player arriving for Kaleb Best. And it's clearly making a factor, because it is 9-5 as we speak. Raven Pascal on the serve. Oh, and that one's a little wide. Right into the hands of bench player for BTA, Gianni Serrano, who's actually the captain. So that's the action he just got.
And thank God he was there, because I will say that was heading straight for the fans, and who knows if they were paying attention in this one.
And it looks like a little miscommunication there from Kaleb Best. It's going to lead to another point for BTA. Now, once again, we're talking about if you're a betting man. Right now, the active money line is BTA minus 102. Would you take that?
I'm going to be honest, even with BTA down 2, if they can settle in after the change in faces they're facing, I very well see BTA taking the second set. Only 1 point down now. I truly believe BTA is the better team here, and they can carry that momentum they had in the first set and possibly take the win here.
These serves from Amelia Dang have been pretty solid. And that one continues to be solid, and just like that, it's a tie game. Now, it does help BTA already has a set on Kaleb Best. Although, as I said before, volleyball is a game of runs. Really, anything can happen. But what's happening right now is you serve from Amelia Dang. She's been absolutely on fire. And now it is Makabali. Ooh, Watanabe goes to the ground to save that one, but unable to save it.
And I got to say, how about a little bit of the swag from number 11? Hit it over, and he knew immediately it was in a spot they could not save. Turned around and started walking towards his teammates.
Number 11, Lawrence John Makabale with the chain around his neck. is looking swagalicious, if I say so myself. But now it's Somera. Ooh, he sends that one a little too far. Little unconventional, the sort of running and then hit it with the one hand. And that was very unconventional, as the score is now 9-11. The serve from Dang. Ooh, some power on it. Hits the net perfectly. Amelia Dang is on a streak right now. They were down 9-5, and now they find themselves 12-9.
And we talked about it a couple minutes ago. BTA minus 102, down 2 points. And how about them storming back here, up 12-9?
It has been nothing short of amazing. But now Ong rises up, but saved. Oh, Nika Capulong tried her best. That one fell right out of bounds. She's going to feel that one tomorrow. 12-10 is the score now. And that will be number 9, Strider Samara on the serve. Oh, but he cannot get it over. And just like that, you worked so hard to stop the run that BTA was going on, and you just throw it away the next point after.
An absolute heartbreaker, especially down 1 set. You know this is it for your spring semester. You need to capitalize here.
Isaiah Moore on the serve, received by Ong. She actually receives it brilliantly, and Goivea is able to get it over. Oh, miscommunication between Amelia Dang and Lawrence John Makabali on that one. Was not quite sure who was hitting that, and to the detriment of BTA and the benefit of Kaleb the best. And now it is going to be number 3, Maya Wailiele Goivea on the serve. She's ready. She sends it over. Received by Dang. That's over to Sarah Padilla. Oh, and another miscommunication. Nika Capulong and Amelia Dang don't know who's getting the ball.
And this is not what you can have if you're BTA. You were just up, just had a great way to storm back into this, and just a miscommunications, giving Kaleb the best every opportunity to get back in this game.
They need to lock back in if they want any chance in this one. Makabale, ooh, sends Goivea to her knees. And unable to lock in is number 20 on that hit. Substitution. That is Madison Sorensen coming in for Nika Capulong. Those two have been rotating a lot. Ooh, and a strong serve, a little too strong from Soraya Padilla. And that makes it a 14-13 ball game.
Absolutely, and just a 1 point difference can be everything, as we saw both teams taking a lead, but it has not mattered as we stay competitive here.
Oh, Darrell DeZone rises up but received beautifully. And they're able to send that one over. Now it's Isaiah Moore over to Sorensen. DeZone! Ooh, what a save! Oh, Strider Samaro tried his best on that one, but at the end of the day, DeZone gets the last laugh.
And again, I'm going to question, why isn't Kaleb the best making rotations just like BTA? BTA steady, flow, in and out, rotating 2 players. Why isn't Kaleb the best doing that with the wider range of players they have?
And that is Raven Pascal and Lana Ong with the miscommunication there for Kaleb the best. And Chuk Wonoso Obifoka on the serve. He gets it over. Oh, DeZone may have reached over a little bit. Ref left it slide. And just like that, 17-13 ball game. BTA could start to pull away here. If they win the set, it's all over.
And BTA had a strong win in the first set, looking for another one here as they give up the point there. But with the 3 point difference as we inch closer to the end of this set, this is everything if you're Kaleb this. You got to put everything here. And it looks like they're kind of losing their spirit, I got to be honest.
Body language isn't great. Once again, they had players show up late. Maybe, don't want to speculate the 7:30 projected start time. But excuses are for losers and winners win, as a wise man once said. So we shall see how this plays out.
They will give it to the captain to serve. Hopefully, he led by example in the first. Hopefully, he can get his team back in it here.
I'm hearing that the live betting line right now is BTA minus 4.5. Are you taking that?
Absolutely.
Oh, and maybe they heard you and they started to play a little poorly, because that was number 7, Raven Pascal, who just placed it right between every single BTA team member.
The BTA minus 4.5 is a little generous, but them being able to stack this momentum, if they can keep it up, I truly believe they can hammer it home.
Oh, Samara, a little too much. And is that the ball boy himself? Marcellus Davis comes out of nowhere to save that one. Oh, my goodness, the late arrival.
Was on the court for not even 5 seconds, and he's already got his hands on a ball. There is no one like him in the sport of ball boy, I gotta say.
Generational ball boy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, DAZN rised up, but blocked beautifully by Strider Samara. They getting the bench hype. Things are starting to shift. 17. We are tied up here at 17 here in the championship game.
And what a way to tie the game. If they can shift the momentum here and steal the win in the second, what a job that would be.
Oh, good saves from every team member of BTA, but they're going to rule that's a point for Kaleb the best.
That is a heartbreaker. That was great play from across the board, saving it off the serve, keeping it up, and then slamming it down. That is a heartbreaker if you're BTA, but you got to stay even keel and make sure you can give yourself a chance in the second set.
These serves from Watanabe has been brutal, and Raven Pascal tells Madison Sorensen, go back home because he sent that one back.
Who is he feeling like right now? Because he is playing out of his mind with his head on fire, trying to keep his team in this game.
The serve from Watanabe over to Deng. It's DAZN. Oh, and no one was stopping that one. Once again, he's probably the tallest guy out on there on the court, and with his hops, no one was defending that shot.
And BTA giving themselves a chance to bring it back here, and I got to say, Kaleb the best has so much more energy in them now.
Oh, bad hit there from number 20 as Darrell DAZN on the serve, knotted up back at 19. Now, another live money line for this set. Kaleb the best, minus 115. I'm not quite sure about that. These past couple points, it looks like BTA. But as I say that, what a great hit from Raven Pascal to put Kaleb the best back in front by 1.
And now it's advantage Kaleb the best, 1 point, and they will hammer home the win for the second set.
And if that happens, we'll go to the dreaded third set. The fans are getting hyped. Here comes the serve. It's over. And here we are. Now it's Isaiah Moore. Oh, they somehow managed to save it. Oh, they're still going. And everyone's trying to calm down now. Oh, that is Raven Pascal. Places it perfectly. He's running across the court. He is grittying. This man is hype. He's getting the bench hype. And they take the second set, 21-19. They got their players now. They got the momentum. They got the fans. Things are starting to shift here in the UNLV Recreation and Fitness Center.
And how about the change of momentum? Once the reinforcements came in, they got the extra faces. They got the 6 man. And from there, they took it away, tying this at 1-1 a set. And oh my goodness, are we in store for a phenomenal third set winner takes all in this championship game?
Now, may I quickly point out while we're in between the second and third set, the winner take all championship third set, a lot of these players on Kaleb the Best also were on the UNLV co-rec flag football team Cara the Best, excuse me. And the Rebel Reporters played them yesterday in the semifinal. That one didn't go too well for the Rebel Reporters. Cara the Best able to sneak that one out. So if they win this one and they win the flag football championship as well, I'm starting to piece together in my mind what just happened, Marcus. The reason they were late is because the final game for the co-rec flag football championship was right before this. And they're coming over from Fertitta Football Complex right here to the Recreation and Fitness Center to show up in this game.
Then I got to say, if that was the case, how about the confidence in your team to hold out for the second set and then come in and absolutely steal it? How about the dynasty between 2 separate sports just ruling the spring semester? I got to say, that is an absolute story if this is true.
And I do believe this is true. They are wearing the same jerseys that they wear during flag football games. And now, this is it. Who will show the resiliency? Will it be BTA, who took the first set, but once Kaleb the Best got the reserves back, they struggled? Or will it be Kaleb the Best struggling early, but now that they have a full roster and their fans right here in full support, will they take it home? Reminder, in this third set, it is first to 15 points. And off we go. That is number 20. Oh, my goodness, and the miscommunications continue. Nika Capulong and Amelia Deng cannot get on the same page to save their lives.
And that is not what you can afford. Kaleb the Best riding momentum unlike anything we've seen in this tournament. BTA has to bunker down now, or they could give it up early.
Number 20 on the serve. She sends it over. Received by Isaiah Moore. Over to Sarai Padilla. Darrell DeZone. Ooh, received beautifully by Lana Ong. Then Strider Somera sends that one home. He is hyped. The team is hyped. They are feeling different ever since they lost that first set. 2-0 is the score. Once again, as I just mentioned, unlike the other sets, which are to 21, this one's to 15. So the hotter team early on might take it home. Number 20, she sends it. Oh, she does not send it over. In fact, she sends that one to the net. And just like that, the lead is cut in half.
Nearly taking off her own teammate's head, but that is exactly what BTA needs. Can't let an early run stop you, get a point, and see if they can stack some momentum of their own.
Isaiah Moore now spins the ball. He's ready. He leaps. He sends it over. Ooh, hits the top of the net and falls down beautifully. If you could get that serve every time, you would take that. However, it is a tricky game trying to aim for the net every time.
Typically not what you're aiming for, trying to tap it over to the net, but whenever it works in your advantage, it's always nice.
Serve from Moore, received. Oh, Dash Watanabe falls down as he tries to receive that one, and then sends that one backwards. 3-0 run for BTA now. Once again, things could snowball quickly here. If you're Kaleb the Best, you got to keep your composure and keep moving on. Try to take every point you can. Moore spins the ball. He sends it over. Oh, once again, caught me a little too soon there. He does not send it over, sends it into the net, and now back-to-back servers, number 20 and Isaiah Moore, who have sent one into the net. Now that is Guevea. She sends it over. Darrell DeZone. Oh, he sends that one straight packing into the ground. Kaleb the Best doesn't have a chance there.
And BTA really needs to stack it here. Kaleb the Best has that rotation now. If BTA can keep it fresh, they maybe took their foot off the gas in the second set. If they can really hammer it home here, as we said, 15 points is what we're playing to. The earlier team will take the advantage. 2
substitutions now for BTA. Chukwunoso Obifoka in the game now for Lawrence John Makabale and Madison Sorensen in for Nika Capulong. Now it's Somera. Oh, sends that one a little too far. He's asking for a tip. He thought that Madison Sorensen might have tipped it. Ref disagrees. Score is 5-3 now. Oh, quick serve there, but out of bounds. Tried to catch Kaleb the Best a little off guard, but maybe he, in fact, was not ready as Obifoka sent that one right out of bounds.
And I love to see that quick play, really trying to stack quick momentum, stack quick points together. Now, it didn't work in their advantage here, but in the future, if we see that more, I would love it.
Jump serve from Raven Pascal over Isaiah Moore. Ooh, too hot for number 20 to handle. Isaiah Moore with the velocity and spin on that ball. And 6-4 lead for BTA. We've got a good one here, folks.
A little too hot to handle there, but I've got to say, in this third set, this is looking very reminiscent of that first set we saw with BTA controlling it early, even with Kaleb the Best getting that 6th player in this one.
Serve from Soraya Padilla, the lefty, always has a different look out there. Dash Watanabe. Oh my goodness, he rised up for that one. Excellent kill from the team captain. And now Strider Samara, he's going back, takes a few dribbles, barks a few things towards his team. One dribble, off he goes, sends that one over. Over, it's going to be DeZone. He does not jump for that one, just hits it over. Guevea now over to Ong. And there is a miscommunication from the ref and the players. And he awards the point to Kaleb the Best based off just what they were saying. I have not seen that one before. I cannot lie to you, Marcus Spray.
Now, both teams arguing their side, but I guess the ref believes Kaleb the Best just that much more.
Knotted up at 6. Here's Samara. He sends that one over. Obifoka recovers. And Amelia Deng just sends that one over. Samara now. It's Ong. Oh, nice hit. No one is there. but no one needed to be there as she sent that one too far. Once again, partner, score is 6-7, BTA in front.
RIP 6-7 White Tee.
RIP, they never even got here. The zone on the serve now. Ong, once again, that is the zone. Over to Amelia. Dang, Isaiah Moore. Oh, he just sent that one right into the net. He rised up, but could not get it over. 7-7 is the score. And Alana Ong will serve now. She was one of the late arrivals. That is why she is number 17 in red. But her play, it's been like she's been playing the whole game. Off she goes. Sends that one. Obifoka, ran into his own teammate. I believe that was Soraya Padilla who tried to get over and receive that ball. Obifoka was in the way, and that is a bad, bad point to give up if you are BTA.
And in this championship game, the third set, as we inch closer to the end in that 15-point mark, the nerves are going to start to rush. It's going to be so important that they keep it even keel with BTA still the favorite at the minus 121 money line.
Yes, minus 121. So if you were to bet $121, you get 100 back. But now that they're down 2 points to Kaleb the Best, I'm not quite sure about that line. But now here we are, Lana Ong on yet another serve. She's ready, sends it over. And unable to receive that serve is BTA. They're getting frustrated. Isaiah Moore specifically visibly frustrated. Bad body language after that play.
And that is what you cannot afford. You cannot let your emotions get the best of you here. You need to lead by example, especially for your team. Rally together and play as one unit to get back into this game.
We shall see how they respond. Dang, over to Isaiah Moore. Oh, he sent that one right out of bounds. Contesting it is BTA. They're not going to listen to Isaiah Moore and Chukwuenoso Obifoka, though. 7-11 is the score. Things are getting scary for BTA. Ong now. DAZN receives. Over to Deng. It's going to be Sorensen. Oh, she gets it over. Watanabe tipped it, but it fell harmlessly to the ground, and that is exactly what BTA needed in that situation.
And the quick run, especially as we're only 4 points away from Kaleb the Best hitting that 15-point mark. Now they can stack some momentum of their own and see if they can close the gap here.
Watanabe, ooh, with the kill. Send it to the very back line where nobody was lurking. And the score is 12-8. Kaleb the Best 3 points away from a championship. Nika Capulong back in the game for Madison Sorensen as they keep rotating those two. And now number 20 here on the serve. She sends it over. Received by Soraya Padilla. Over to the zone. Obifoka just has to hit that one over. Oh, smart play by Raven Pascal to not touch that one as it was heading out of bounds.
And how about the discipline running towards it, being able to understand where he is on the court and letting it go and getting a point for his team.
Kaleb the Best now of our live odds have him at minus 130 money line. I would take those odds every single day. They look like they're in control of this one. As I say that, a great kill from BTA, and the lead is only cut back down to 4.
Absolutely, and I will also smash that Kaleb the Best money line. A quick change after BTA being the favorite not too long ago. Maybe a little bit of panic from the sportsbook, seeing the momentum they're carrying here.
Maybe so. Now Goivea over to Samara. Isaiah Moore blocked that one out of bounds, though. And here we are, 1 point away. Score is 14-9. How fitting that it's Dash Watanabe, the team captain on the serve, what for potentially could be the championship clinching the point. And that is anticlimactic as he sends that one into the net, and we will play on.
We're talking up to nerves, the game-winning point. Not easy to stomach that right there, but now his team still has a chance. 3 points to give to win it here. All they got to do is hammer one home.
Watanabe over Samara. Has to be a girl who touches it. Goivea did get it across, but now, ooh, Makabale plays that one perfectly. Reset. They have to be careful here. Any misstep could be the end of their season. Received beautifully by Ong. Now it's Samara. Oh, blocked by Darrell DAZN. Now it's Pascal. He gets it over. Diving stop by Isaiah Moore. And that is it. That is the game. That is the championship. It is all over. I say as I lie, as we will continue on, even though the score is 15-10.
as we are in the championship game, so I am assuming due to it, they are playing to 21 is the importance of the game.
You all at home are going to have to forgive me for that one as Isaiah Moore sends an absolute rocket to the ground. Once again, Kaleb the Best kind of talking to the ref right now. They're not quite sure what's going on. I'm quite not sure what's going on, but we will play on.
If I'm thinking sign language, I'm seeing a lot of thank yous back and forth, but I'm not quite sure what they're talking about there.
Back in the game is Chukwunoso Obifoka. Once again for Lawrence John Makabali. Obifoka sends it over. Watanabe receives. Oh, and that is the captain, Gianni Serrano, in the game now for BTA. I completely missed him checking into the game, and I don't know how I did because he's a reasonably tall fella, but he's unable to send away that strike from Strider Samara, and the lead is now 16-11. Samara spins the ball in his hands. He sends it up. He times his jump. He sends it over. Beautiful serve from Strider Samara. He locked in for that one. Obifoka unable to return.
And Kaleb the Best still being able to maintain that momentum past the 15 mark as the lead is now at 6 points. If they can dominate the rest of this game, there's no doubt they walk away champions.
Samara once again, ooh, top spin that one a little too much. Send it straight into the net. And 17-12 is the new score. Now, if you are BTA, how do you get back into this game? Because this third set has been all Kaleb the Best.
I got to say, the captain coming in, a tall guy, he is very important in this team, but it's surprising that it's taken him this long. If he can really anchor this team and give it new life, I believe they can get back into it.
And Serrano sets up Sorensen. Ooh, she sends one sizzling to the other side. How about Madison Sorensen with the power?
A little bit of sizzle there, a little bit too much heat for Kaleb the Best to handle. If they can keep that up, then maybe they might keep Kaleb the Best out of the kitchen.
Yeah, that was sizzling just like a fajita. I know it's Cinco de Mayo. I know you're all excited about that. So that just making me think about all that. And now, ooh, Pascal with the finesse. Serrano didn't see right through it. Isaiah Moore, ooh, once again, sizzles one home. Isaiah Moore on the kill. Watanabe unable to handle that.
And absolutely, with Cinco de Mayo being today, being able to sizzle up some nice Mexican food, I got to say, I can't wait to eat my Mexican food when I get home. But it's going to be a great time. If they can get the win here and celebrate, who knows what they do afterwards.
Who knows is correct. But they have to worry about not blowing the lead as Serrano, although he did die for that one, unable to save it. He sends it straight to the net, and point for Kaleb the Best, now with Raven Pascal on the serve. He's ready, spins in his hand. And I've just received clarification from our rules expert, Will Lewin. Because it is the championship match, it is a best of 5, not a best of 3, as every other prior game has been. Oh my goodness! The ricochet from Watanabe to number 20, they're able to save it. And Serrano with the height, but Somera is able to save it. Oh, now it's Pascal sends it over. Obifoka receives. This rally has been incredible. Isaiah Moore, oh my goodness. That was one of the fastest spikes I've ever seen. Straight, perfectly located in the back corner as well. What is he feeling like?
We saw a little bit of the anger in him before, taking his aggression out on the ball, and I gotta say, it's paying off for him. But with learning, it is a best out of 5. That changes everything. If they can just stay in it, this next set will tell a lot for who may come out with the win.
And Watanabe, oh my goodness, that was textbook. The way he rised up, kicked his legs for all the momentum in there he could get, led to all the power in that hit. 19-15 is your new score.
And how about the height he got, rising up to slam it down, and now they're only 2 points away from taking set number 3.
Number 20 on the serve. She sends it over, received by Isaiah Moore. Ooh, Amelia Dang and Madison Sorensen had a little bit of a kerfuffle there, but they're able to get it over. Now it's Ong. She gets over. Isaiah Moore with a diving attempt is able to get it. Makabali, but Watanabe is too much for Makabali. As Makabali was able to deflect it, but right out of bounds. And just like that, 1 point away from Kaleb the Best taking the third set.
The fans getting them into it here.
With all the clapping, it's number 20 on the serve. Sends it right to Isaiah Moore. Serrano does well there, but continue we play. Makabali, oh, he whiffed on that one. He shook his hand a couple times right after that, like something was wrong. And set goes to Kaleb the Best. BTA, after taking the first set, have dropped the next two. And now they're going to need to really pull themselves together if they want to send this game to a fifth set.
And it's going to be hard for BTA to get themselves back into it. We saw the frustration. We saw the change in body language as they start to falter and lose back-to-back sets. Now, if they can keep their mind in it, as we see them trying to regroup here, they got to stay and working as a group. We saw many miscommunications by them. They got to clean that up against a team like Kaleb the Best, who is playing at their absolute best right now. They got to calm it down and play the style of volleyball they need.
Now, as we head into this fourth, potentially final set, how do you keep the momentum going if you're Kaleb the Best?
Now, you had the additional people. We still have faces on the reserve that we haven't seen for Kaleb the Best. Maybe rotate them in. You have a set to give now. Keep your legs fresh. Keep yourself in it. And if you can stay at way fresher than BTA, who is really struggling to find an even rotation. They have players that have not come out. So has Kaleb the Best. But with the bigger roster, if they can stay fresh, stay more agile, and move quicker along the court, they will have the advantage throughout the next two sets if it gets to that.
Yes, ever since the two new arrivals for Kaleb the Best, one being Lana Ong and number 20, who is either Leia Reese-Fernandez or Anjali Velasco. I am not quite sure. We did not get her name as she checked into the game. But ever since they've come in, they've kind of rocked the same lineup. Dash Watanabe, Lana Ong, Raven Pascal, Strider Samara, Maya Wile Govea, and number 20. Once again, not quite sure. But as we go on, they, as you said, they do have fresh legs on the bench if they choose to use them. Thomas Atu, Kyler Ching, Wyatt Hamura, Kara Higuchi, who played earlier but subbed out as soon as the reinforcements arrived. Kaleb Sarmiento, Tate Takamiya, Kyler Vendiola, and Kyla Yamamoto all have arrived, all have not checked into the game, just ready to be used.
And it's kind of shocking. Why have these extra people? I understand trying to put your best team out there, but at the same time, you aren't pro volleyball players. This is rec intramural sports at the end of the day. You don't have the freshest legs, and having a chance to be more relaxed and more energized, why pass on that opportunity when you have these guys who very well could step in for you?
Maybe so, Mr. Bray, but at the end of the day, it is also, maybe it is the intramurals, but it's also a championship. And when it's a championship, you want your best players out on the field at all times. However, we have not seen that from BTA. They have substituted quite a bit, including Captain Gianni Serrano, who did not get any run until this last set, and now he will be the starting server for BTA as they try to get back into this match.
And this could be very well due to him being their best player, understanding it's best out of 5, and them taking the first set, he can rest and stay fresh to lead this team further.
Maybe so. Immediately a point for BTA. And that is Chukwunoso Obifoka kind of on the sidelines trying to get his team hyped. They certainly have not had the energy that Kaleb the Best has had. We shall see how that translates into gameplay. But that serve from Gianni Serrano is short, and Kaleb the Best point.
And for Kaleb the Best, as you said, they have that energy, and I think that's very much due to the crowd they have supporting them. We saw the wide group come in after the football intramural game. If they can keep that up, keep their energy up, it's going to be great for their spirit.
Now BTA did just get another point, and an early substitution. Once again, stop me if you heard this before, Madison Sorensen in the game for Nika Capulong, and now Lawrence John Makabali for the serve. Talking to Serrano, talking things over, they're all good. Dribbles it a few times, spins it, and he's ready to go. He sends it over. Oh, a diving stop by number 20. Ong just gets that one over. Isaiah Moore sets it up to Padilla. Over to Sorensen. Oh, she whiffs on it, hits it right into the net, and this game is knotted up back at 2.
And such a heartbreaker, and I got to say, through the first couple serves we've seen from BTA, it looks like they're going with a little bit of a different style, a little bit of a softer hit versus the harder hits towards the back line they were going for earlier.
Pascal on the serve. And off we are. Oh, and Pascal actually sends that one a little bit too far. Sorensen debated going for the bump, but realized it was going right over her head, and she let it go. And that is a smart play from number 3 in pink. Padilla, the lefty on the serve. Watanabe received. And so Mara just tries to send that one over, but to no avail, as he was a little bit too close to the net there when things got a little awkward for him.
And BTA didn't get out early in the last set. Now they are getting out early here if they can keep that up. Not even just dominate, just keep a steady lead. And Kaleb the Best really giving out free points, just hitting it too far, a little bit too much muscle, as we've been saying. And if they can clean that up, then who knows?
It is important to be energetic and happy and play with confidence, but at some point you also got to control your own power. As Samara just sent that one out of there. And oh my goodness, Isaiah Moore. Lana Ong tried to spike that one down, but Isaiah Moore said no, no, no. Point for BTA.
And he was like a brick wall there. No falter in him being up there. Just bricked, stopping the ball exactly where he needs to.
Quite right. I could not have said that better myself. Isaiah Moore now. Over, it's Ong again. Ooh, Ong wins the battle that time between Moore and Ong, as a diving Soraya Padilla could not corral that one.
And she couldn't get far enough to lay out for it, as they now have the lead 6-3, really stepping up here in this 4th set.
Stratus Samara on the serve. Oh, he sends that one into the net. As you said earlier, giving away free points has kind of been Kaleb the best thing this set. And another point for BTA. They lead by 4. Isaiah Moore on the serve. Top sends that one over. Samara receives it a little high. Goivea now. Over to Ong. Oh, received beautifully by Makabali. We reset here. Watanabe just shits that one over. Moore receives. That's over to Deng. Sorensen a little bit too far out of the back red line. And score is now 7-4. BTA still in the lead.
And that's always a tough position to be in. You're a little bit further back, trying to get it over. Couldn't get a bounce up, has to just straight hit it. It's an unfortunate way to give up the run there, but they're going to try and bounce back here, and they have done so before.
Oh, Serrano receives that one awkwardly. He knows it's on him. He's smiling about it, though. And that is something we have not seen a lot from BTA, is a smile.
Obviously, Kaleb the Best having that higher spirit. If BTA, we said it earlier, if BTA can keep a good spirit and understand that you're just with a bunch of your friends playing volleyball, then who knows what it can do for you.
And Deng, that was a little awkward there. Watanabe kept on jumping. Deng didn't quite know what to do, as score is 6-7 now. BTA in front. And off we go. Serve received by Padilla. Over to Deng. It's Serrano. Ooh, what the spice. Looking like a Serrano pepper out there with the Scoville level on that serve.
A little bit too much heat for Kaleb the Best to handle, as they got to spit it out sometimes. And now it's a little BTA not able to capitalize here, as it'll go back to Kaleb the Best for a 7-8 set.
And that's a tough run a bit from Madison Sorensen. Absolutely biffs the serve and then is immediately subbed out of the game for Nika Capulong. The serve is over. Padilla over to Deng. Serrano now. Ooh! That was an incredible save from Kaleb the Best. Goivea and Pascal involved in that. Serrano once again stopped by Ong. Watanabe just gets it over. Goes down to Ania's Isaiah Moore, but he's able to corral it. And he goes for the, oh my goodness. He sent that one way out of there. And now, just like that, we're knotted up back at 8.
And BTA now, once up a set, now down in a game that could be settled here. They need to settle down and really try and get that lead back.
The serve from number 20, received nicely by Padilla. Over to Serrano once again. The kill from Serrano. Ever since he's checked into this game, he has given BTA a little bit of life.
And I got to say, BTA plays so much better when they're in the lead, because when they get down, their emotions get too much into it, and they start just spiraling down. And that's why we saw such big wins for Kaleb the Best. If they can keep it competitive throughout, keep their spirit in it, then who knows if Kaleb the Best can keep alive here.
And Watanabe, oh, when he rises up, it's so pretty, but he sent that one a little bit too far. They're talking to the ref, talking about a deflection, and he does, in fact, call a deflection. And the scoreboard operator is going to need to fix that one because it is not 10-8, it is 9-9.
And this has been a heartbreaking series for BTA. A lot of calls that could have gone 50-50 going the other way.
Isaiah Moore receives it over to Padilla. It's Serrano. Oh, tried a little too much finesse on that. Accidentally whiffed on it. I saw the vision, but he didn't execute. Score is 10-9 now. And now with Maya Wailiele-Goivea on the serve, things have been looking up for Kaleb the best. She's ready. She serves it. Isaiah Moore with the bump over to Padilla. That's been the go-to combo. And that is Lawrence John Makabali got a little bit too close to the net, hit it, and point goes to Kaleb the best. Goivea on the serve. Sends it once again right to Isaiah Moore, right to Padilla. This time it's to Serrano. Ooh, great reception by number 20, able to save that. Watanabe, though, gets the last laugh as Makabali deflected that one out of bounds. 12-9 is the score.
And this is a struggle for BTA. You had a good position in this set. Now you're faltering. Down 3, and they got to stop this run by any means necessary.
And Padilla tries to do it herself. As you said, try to stop by any means necessary. She tried to surprise Kaleb the best by hitting it over when she usually sets, but she hits the net, and things are looking grim now for BTA. They needed to lock back in if they want any chance in this championship match. That is Isaiah Moore over to Makabali. Samara smartly gets it. Oh, kind of like a sky hook on that one, but does not work to his favor. We play on. Ong now. It's over to Watanabe. Oh! He just sent that one. Even though Isaiah Moore predicted it, he tried to get as low as he could to dig that out. It was simply too in front of him to get.
Couldn't quite get the dig on it, and you can see the frustration in BTA starting to build as they are now down 5 points to Kaleb the best.
Oh, Padilla, and that was Raven Pascal and Strider Samara with a little bit of a net battle. No one really wins it. Isaiah Moore, though, on the spike. Once again, too far, and they call a timeout, and they need it badly.
And BTA really going to need to settle down here as the frustration builds towards the ref, builds in their own play, and builds towards the team around them. They need to settle it down, understand that they still have capable players to win in this set and carry it on to the 5th where they can win the entire match and the championship. They got to settle down and understand the team across from them is no better than them.
Now, you also don't want them to lie to themselves. They also got to keep things realistic in some circumstances. Not saying that Kaleb the best is any better than BTA, but the scoreboard so far has shown the story, the tale of the tape, if you will. But now they're talking about it. The body language isn't great. Isaiah Moore's shaking his head. Don't want to put any words in anyone's mouth. As they end things off with the huddle, they are a team after all, and they are ready to come back and try to win this one. And they're going to stick with the same 6. That is Gianni Serrano, Lawrence John Makabali, and Isaiah Moore, along with the 3 girls, Nika Capulong, Sarah Padilla, that is Soraya Padilla, and number 1, Amelia Dang.
And a 6 points separates this team. It is also just 6 points away from Kaleb the best taking home the championship trophy.
I have heard it is quite a nice trophy, but we shall see if they get there. Now, they have not been able to stop the serves from Maya Wailiele-Goivea. It seems like she's been serving the past 15 minutes. As we move on. Ooh, Capulong received that one. From my eyes, it looked like that one was heading straight towards the out of bounds outside. But Capulong receives it. She taps her chest. She knows that she was in the wrong there. But sadly, realizing you are the problem does not fix said problem. They found themselves down by 7.
And you can really see BTA giving everything. She really sprawled out for that, wasn't quite able to get there, and honestly took a nasty spill.
Yes, and finally they're able to stop the run. The spike from Gianni Serrano. No one on no one on Kaleb the best could receive it. And now they're going to see if they can get a run on their own with Mr. Serrano, team captain, on the serve. He sends it over, received by Ong. Oh, little out of the reach of Goivea. And just like that, 2 straight points for BTA. Serrano takes a few dribbles. He sends it over. Over to the actual Watanabe. That one was real close. They're going to give that one to BTA. From my perception, I could not tell the difference. But no complaints, and we move on. Score is 16-12. Isaiah Moore, tried to get a little quick one on Kaleb the Best to send it over when he positioned like he was setting. Does not work. He sends it to the net. 5-point lead.
They weren't quite on the same page there, and that is a heartbreaker. You just had a couple stacked together points, looking to build momentum, and to give it up there against a team who is so close to taking home the win. It's tough.
No time to think about that, though. And, oh, my goodness, Amelia Deng unable to corral the serve from Watanabe. We are just 3 points from a new UNLV co-rec intramural champion. Watanabe takes a few dribbles. He sends that one over. Serrano, that's a little too high. That hit the ceiling. Deng sprawls out. Nothing they could do there. The bump. Dust actually come down from the ceiling after that one. That is a funny comedic effect. But how about this? Dash Watanabe, the captain of Kaleb the Best. He is in the driver's seat right now. He controls his own destiny. Serrano has something to say about it, though. And oh my goodness, how about Raven Pascal? He's feeling himself after that one, and he deserves it after that tremendous block.
And they are now only 1 point away from taking home the win, and Kaleb the Best showing up and showing out, even if it is a whole set late.
You talked about this storyline. Fans are getting into it. Also having the best flag football team, Kara the Best. Oh my goodness. That Aura gamble did not pay off as he sent that serve right into the net. They're going to have to wait to get their championship.
And I got to say, despite him having phenomenal play throughout this entire series, when he's serving for the game point, the nerves just get to him.
His teammates will not let him forget that one. But the taste of a championship will feel so much sweeter. As Ong also sends that one into the net. And maybe we're speaking too early as BTA back into this one. They're only down by 6 now.
Now, we've seen big leads blown throughout this entire season, but they need to stay strong and not let their foot off the gas.
Ong. It's going to be Samara, and he gets it. And how fitting, right to Marcellus Davis. That is the last point of the match. That is the last point of the intramural season for the co-rec volleyball teams. Your final score is Kaleb the Best with 3 sets, BTA with 1. This final set going 21-14 in favor of Kaleb the Best. This has been an absolutely incredible intramural volleyball season for the spring semester in 2026 here at UNLV, at the UNLV Recreation and Fitness Center right in the heart of Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, Marcus, what's your final takeaways after that amazing championship game that we just saw?
How about the dynasty that they are building here? The best football team, the best volleyball team. The spring semester belongs to them. And to be able to do it after giving up the first set due to the lack of players, and then the reinforcements arrived, what a feeling that must have been for the team that was on the court at the time, coming in midway through the second set to storm back and take 3 straight sets to take home the win. Oh my God, there's got to be no better feeling than that.
Yes, going to be a dynasty in multiple sports, that is nothing that anyone can take away. Regardless if it is just intramurals here at UNLV, they will remember this for the rest of their lives, at least the rest of their college careers. But for everyone associated with the Rebel Intramural Sports Net throughout this entire semester, for Marcellus Davis, the world's best ball boy in the nation, for Will Lewin, the best executive producer of all time, Marcus Bray, an adequate color commentator, I may say, for Peyton Thomas, for Conrick Baines, for anyone who has ever helped with a Rebel Intramural Sportsnet production, I've been Justin Young. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you on the next broadcast.